Hello again and welcome to 4 Kilobyte Shorts Sniper Elite V2 Let's Play on Sniper Elite difficulty. As you can see, once again from our last video, I'm going to go ahead and continue directly from the last run. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling kind of pumped. Much better than I was when I started the whole Let's Play this morning. Some kill tally got me in the mood, and some odd things happening in the last video, which if you've watched, you saw and hopefully enjoyed. Those kept me going, so I'm gonna just jump right into mission 5, and we'll see how many times I get dead and how cautious I have to be this time around. So let's go in and let's see what happens.
With the Reds and the Krauts knocking seven shades of shit out of each other back at Museum Island, I'd bought myself some time. I headed for Opernplatz, where Schweiger was being held. I'd been sent to kill him, but now I was trying to save his ass. Funny how some days turn out.
Now, just so you know, I believe, I didn't even realize this before, I believe Schweiger, I'm not really following the story right now because I am doing the Let's Plays, but I think Schweiger is the German guy. Okay, for a minute there I thought it might have been the Russian I shot at the beginning of the game, but that would be kind of silly. I think that would be a very big plot hole that would take forever to fill. Alright, once again, mixing it up, not going with the Mosin again, as much as I miss it. I do love that rifle, both in this game and in reality. It's a wonderful rifle. I am actually going to dump the Gewehr. The semi-automatic nature of that rifle causes me to just, yeah, for now, I'm gonna drop it for now. I'm going with the Springfield, straight up all-American M1903. Hooray! If you can stand the excitement in my voice there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go straight American. I'm not taking the Thompson M1. If there was ammo in the level, if maybe the Nazis dropped ammo for it, you know, like they do the well rod, I would take it. I absolutely would take it. It is my other favorite weapon when it comes to submachine guns. The MP5K, which of course was not available in World War II, and the Thompson submachine gun are two of my favorite automatic weapons. But without ammunition, it's a death sentence. It's asking for them to kill you. So I don't believe there's any Russians in this, so I'm just going to go straight with the MP40. The well rod. It would work, but it's actually not very useful on this level. This level is not a stealth level. This is a rescue mission, as you understand, and so I'm actually once again going to go with the Luger. I do like the M1911, but once again, no ammunition for it. They do give you more pocket ammo for it, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with the Luger just in case. Now, along with the rescue mission, this is also a sit there and wait for rescue mission. And because of that, I'm going to increase. I'm not going to take 4 because 4 is max, and someone eventually is going to drop a trip mine. A body is going to drop a trip mine. They usually always do. So I'm going to go with 3 trip mines and 2 land mines because there is a defense point in this game that you have to control, and I need as many of those as I can get to make sure they don't overrun me and wipe me out. So with that, let's get going. Alright, here we go. This alleyway here has always reminded me of a rehash of the demo level. The corner here, the restaurant or cafe there, the exit of the level there, and this main road here. But I guess after a while, even in real life, some streets started looking the same to you. So as you can see with the top right corner, we have a slightly less annoying than our previous sound dampener. Hopefully he didn't see that. Okay, he did not. I have to take these guys out in a specific order, depending on which way they're looking. That is one reason I absolutely do not like the Springfield. I hit that guy at range, first shot. Ooh, dead in the chest. That's nice. I hit that guy dead, dead center, first round, clean kill. Uh-oh, I think I upset somebody. Might be a double. And it is. Wonderful. To interrupt my previous statement, to amend it a little bit, I was going to say that the Springfield is extremely underpowered. At long range, that's what you end up with. You fire that long range round, you see the blood, the guy, you know, falls down or gets knocked sideways, and then he stands right back up like you didn't even hit him, and you say to yourself, how is that possible? How could I have fired that round and hit him and not killed him? And then, just then, you see those two guys running at me at full speed. Maybe not quite as far. Maybe not quite as far. You know, the other guy's about 50 yards farther back, or even just 20 yards farther back. Not very far at all. But where he took 2 rounds for himself, these 2 guys took a single round to kill both of them. And it's that kind of inconsistency that makes the Springfield rifle not a favorite of mine at all. Maybe the rifle really is like that. Maybe shooting one guy in the head and apparently having the bullet exit his spine loses less power than a rifle round that flies an extra 20 yards to hit a target. As I've said before, I don't know a lot about guns. I don't know a lot about the numbers or anything like that, but maybe that's how it works. Maybe flying through the air at extra 20 yards is actually more damaging or dampening to a bullet's velocity than passing through a human torso. I wouldn't think so. My brain kind of screams at me when I say that and says, what are you, an idiot? Air is thinner than human flesh. How could that happen? But stranger things have happened, so. Okay, interior, so I am going with a handgun here. Ooh. I'm trying to use cover, but it's not, there it goes, it's not working for me for some reason. Oh, that's why you can't pop out, you have to hop out manually, so I was just in the wrong position. Okay. I have to secure the plaza, so we'll start with this guy. I really like this level. I did watch a preview before the game was released with this level in it, when they were talking about noise cover. They had made it sound like it was going to be a very large part of the game, but it seems to have lost a lot of its focus. A little too far. And a little too far the other way. Okay, that's... I gotta get used to this rifle. There's not enough notches. Once I get between notches, I have to kind of guess where my bullet's going. Oh dear Lord, I was not paying attention to my sound cover. I am in a lot of trouble here. I should have been paying closer attention and not complaining about the video, but there it is. So I just lost the element of surprise I was hoping to keep. And once again, my apologies, it seemed to be jumping around. I'm not entirely sure why that's happening, but that's not what I wanted. So can I cancel that? Ah, cancel. There it is. Okay. Strange. I'm panicking now. This is not something that normally happens. So I'm not in control of the situation anymore. So I'm not entirely sure how to handle it. I kind of have to handle it like I did in the demo. I have to just figure it out and start opening fire. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have to just get it done. And the foliage in this makes it difficult to understand where your target is a lot of the times. They can see you. It's like you're glowing in the dark, I guess, or maybe they're just shooting at the window where I was last seen, but once they get behind that grass, even if they pop up, it's very difficult to see where they're shooting from. And so I just kind of have to guess a little bit. Now, as you may maybe see, from time to time, as with the last 2 shots, my shots actually kind of hit the same area of the body. Usually around the left shoulder, or right shoulder, excuse me, my left, there, right. There, yeah, I had that right the first time. That's where most of my rounds end up hitting. I think that if I alert too many people, this is what happens. They bring out more. Oh, I know who that is. I was hoping to show off my great sniping skills with that guy, but unfortunately I think I may have to take him out separately, or in a different fashion than I had before. Ow. Okay, let's see. I can pull far enough back. That guy is one of my favorite kills. He's one of... Ouch. Apparently I'm one of his favorite kills too. He is one of 3, I believe, 2 or 3 enemies that are at extreme long range. They are one of the few enemies that are at such long range to hit. I enjoy attempting to hit them very much. Usually I have more time to prepare my shots. I'm also not worried about him firing back. So this is one of those times when, and I'm using a much more powerful rifle, but this is one of those times when I kind of have to guess. Way too high, so. And terrible. And I think I have a Nazi in front of me. So this might be my first death. That would have been much more epic if it hadn't taken me 4 or 5 rounds to kill him. Okay, I'm not sure who I should be embarrassed for, embarrassed more for, him or me. I'm embarrassed for me for causing this situation, but the fact that I was able to shoot 4 times at his compatriot without him seeing me or catching me is kind of pathetic on his part. Well, absolutely pathetic on his part. Okay. As I said, this has never happened. Like I was saying, I was too busy concentrating on describing the situation, and I was not paying attention to the fact that although I was missing my target, I was also not being covered by the sound. So this whole stealth section of the level, one of the most fun, mind you, in my opinion, one of the most fun. I think he's running to the other staircase. Smart guy. One of the most fun practice and firing. Oh, he did run to the other staircase. There it is. So, as I was saying, one of the most fun sections of the game, I have just completely gutted and ruined, and there it is. Here we are. We are now, we are now at a point where I would have been sniping those guys for about, I don't know, say 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Getting used to my rifle, getting used to the distances and the shots that I'd need to take, and I completely flummoxed the whole thing by not firing when I should have, and paying too close attention to talking and less attention to playing the game. So, my bad entirely. I do apologize for that completely. That should have been more entertaining for you. Who knows? Maybe laughing at me and my screw up is entertaining for you. And please do. That was horrendous. No one should have ever had to see me do that. But if that's funny to you, if that's entertaining to you, then I'm glad to bring you that. But at the same time, part of me is saying, 4K, just change it. Go back, redo it. No one needs to know this happened. Just, please, man, stop doing this. But this whole recording has been going so well. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So what's a little mess up between friends, I guess, or people who've never met each other. And I'm doing it again. I did it again. I came out here completely forgetting about the 2 guys on the roof. Well, it's a good thing, I suppose. I am trying to change it up. Maybe that includes the way I play. Maybe that includes knowing exactly where every enemy is, or at least remembering where every enemy is. Maybe not remembering. Maybe getting shot once or twice, making the suspense a little greater. That's part of that. So you're welcome if that's the way it's supposed to be. But okay. He thinks he can see me, and that's great. I don't know if this shot's gonna hit at all. But there you are. I believe he has a friend up there. I don't think he's by himself. So, I'm gonna have to be a little cautious. I don't know why I am in such a hurry. I feel like whoa, there it is. I feel like I am in a hurry. I don't know why that is. So, once again, I apologize if that is making the game a little bit more detrimental than normal. But, oh, that one's gonna be very far to the right. At least I hit him. I think maybe my adrenaline's up. Maybe I had too much fun playing Kill Tally, and now this is the result. inaccuracies and inability to play properly on this, but if that's the case, then maybe I'll just have to calm down a little bit. And there's a couple of cutscenes where that will happen, but otherwise I'm just gonna have to go with it and do my best. I am saddened though. That shot I was hoping would do it. I know that the shoulder blades crack. They absolutely crack. I've seen them do it. If you hit them, at least if you hit them dead on, they will shatter. The entire shoulder blade will shatter. And since it is one of the largest bones in that area of the body, seeing that happen is I don't want to use the word a pleasant experience, but it does bring a little bit of flair to the incident. It gives you an indication of exactly what's been hit, exactly what kind of damage you've done. But as you saw with that, I apparently hit both of his shoulder blades, but neither one of them shattered. I believe they are very hard bones. If my memory is serving me correctly, they were used in the past as cutting tools, I think. Maybe I'm just making that up right now, but it's possible that you could use them as cutting tools even if they weren't. A little zombie survival tip there for everybody. If you need a cutting tool and you're all out, just rip out a shoulder blade and sharpen one edge. But are they hard enough to take a bullet and not explode unless it's a direct hit? Can they curve a bullet because they are curved bones? Maybe. Even if that is possible, even if that is a thing, I don't think the game can calculate that. So I think at that point it comes down to the idea that if you hit them at the right angle, sure. Or if you hit them with enough force, sure. If you don't, then no. It's very simple math. Yes and no, and that's it. Okay, well I made it upstairs. This is good. We're coming up to a minor cutscene and a timed shot, very similar to the tutorial level. In this case, you will see the time shot comes because you have to save this guy's life. I do okay with the Mosin again. I'm not perfect at it. I miss a lot of the times. You are aiming for a specific guy, and then the other two are extras. You do have to kill them because they do also shoot at the guy, but it's not as important as the main dude. But with the Springfield rifle, I may not be as accurate. I may not actually hit him the way I want, so who knows? I may end up shooting the guy myself. We'll have to see how that comes out.
Auf die Knie.
Mach es schnell.
Mach ich doch immer.
Alright, and here we go. Okay, I have to take this guy out before he takes out my pal. And a very similar shot to the tutorial, back of the neck, or at least back of the shoulder. Okay, there's one, and let's see if we can get the other one. Hey, look at that. Okay, now this level kind of sets you up a little bit for the Overwatch multiplayer cooperative mode, where you have one guy on the ground doing his thing, and you have the other guy up high trying to protect him. This level here is actually one of those levels that you can play like that. I do know that you're over in that building over there, where I completely trashed the intro to this level. But if there are any other levels, I don't know 100%. Maybe there are. This was actually the kill tally level that I was also playing. Ow. I have difficulty with this because these guys tend to block. Oh, bad time to reload. These guys tend to block or be blocked by standing in the archways. Tactically advantageous for them, not very great when you're trying to snipe them, sadly enough. But the only reason I care about that is because that gentleman down there, if he dies, I lose. And I guess that is akin to an escort quest. But, and you know how escort quests can be. When you have that guy who just doesn't want to take cover, who doesn't want to hide when he needs to hide. Finally. That was one indication of a point where the guy is in a position where I cannot do enough damage to kill him. I cannot protect my protectee. Very annoying, very scary. The idea that a third party, an AI third party, mind you, can end your game. One of the most, and I think that's the most annoying thing. I think that guy had some gold teeth. Most annoying things about escort quests, I think, isn't the fact that they exist or that the person can die. I think it's the fact that an AI is no replacement for a real person. Where you can tell a real person, whether in person or through chat, or even just before you start, you say, hey, or, you know, just have common sense. If you're being shot at, don't sit in an area where you will continue to be shot at. Move out of the way, duck, get cover, do something. But an AI will not do that. An AI will do what he's programmed to do, which is sit in the same spot. I will admit that one of the most fun escort quests I have ever undertaken was in Resident Evil 4 with Ashley, if anyone's played that game, where you have to escort her through basically the entire latter half of the game. I think the Japanese were kind of poking fun at escort quests, knowing that they were terrible, because they added an additional costume for her that was an entire suit of armor. It was an entire suit of armor that the enemy couldn't get through. There was nothing they could do to damage her, so the escort quest became extremely easy at that point. She couldn't take damage, she couldn't be hurt or killed, and it was absolutely hilarious and made the game fun.
No time. The rats are coming. You hold them off. I'll be fine.
But I need
Hold
information.
them off. If you don't, we're both dead.
Alright, and here was the point I was discussing previously when I said that there was a point in the game where you had to defend a position. This wire only goes so far, so I have to stretch it to its maximum and then be done with it, and I'm going to go ahead and set another one down here. They rush you here. There is no way around that. You will have to get all the way back to the entrance, and this is the kind of building that you hold off with a squad. You know, 2 or 3 people on each side of the door, 2 or 3 at the top of the stairs, and it's that scene in the film where everyone is going to die, or at least a lot of people are going to die. It's got you. That's it. You're the guy who needs to hold this place off. You're it. So I use up everything I have to make sure this place stays safe. And I hope this guy appreciates it. If he doesn't, well, then that's his fault. But we are now prepared. Alright, these guys are using... gotta get down, thank you. These guys are using PPSH, so they are firing a lot of rounds in my direction. Ow. Alright, well, I think I scattered them a little bit. That helps me. I was not fast enough, unfortunately, to get up here before the whole thing started. So I do think a couple of them got in. Alright, there's one. Alright, they have a long way to go to get to me. They will trip a lot of mines before they get to me, but unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the guys outside who can easily kill me. that is the first time I have actually seen a bullet pass through intestines. That's an interesting kill shot there. I do wish that truck had gasoline. It does not. Luckily, I have enough ammo to see me through this. That should be a double. I'm hoping that's a double. It is not. Oh, okay, his buddy moved, or the bullet is swerving too far to one side, I think. Okay, I'm attempting to hit moving targets at high windage with a low power rifle. I am not upset with the fact that I'm not hitting my targets. But it does make shots like that all the more sweeter. I have a Russian coworker. It's an odd time to mention that, I'm sure. To a lot of you are saying, well, do you want to shoot your Russian coworker? The answer to that is no. She's actually a very fun person to hang out with at work. But I mention it because she actually owns one of those hats, and she's actually very happy to own one. She thinks it's very comfortable. I have often asked her if she's got the Russian red star in the front. Every time I ask, she just kind of blushes a little and says nothing. I'm assuming that's a yes. I don't think that makes her a communist, but it does make me want to steal the hat. So, so we'll take that as it is. Maybe I'll cosplay as a Russian soldier one day and say, hey, can I borrow your nifty hat? I can't guarantee you'll ever get it back, but trip mine kill for the win.
The assault was over. We were safe. For now.
Thank you for the rescue. But I fear that it was a waste of time. Wolf, as a plan, V2 rockets. Tauben.
Tauben? Where's that?
Not a... not a place.
What is it then? What's Tauben? Answer me.
It's...
Intel had been wrong about Schweiger. I wondered what else we'd got wrong. Or, more importantly, what else we just didn't know. Like Tauben. What the hell was that? And what was Wolf's plan?
The epitome of escort quests. You go through all that trouble, making sure that your target's going to stay alive, get yelled at by the game and your commanding officer and whoever else might be in there telling you to make sure he makes it out alive, and then there's a cutscene that he dies in, and no one gets to yell, and it's not your fault, but all that effort for nothing. Still, you get some fun out of it. So that completes, I believe this is mission 5. I'm starting to kind of lose count a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and say mission 5, if not mission 6. So mission 5, mission 6 of Sniper Elite V2, Elite difficulty Let's Play. I may do another one here. Depends on how I feel. I might have to take a short break, get my wind back, maybe get a glass of water. I've been talking quite a bit. So once again, I would like to thank you very much for joining me, and you have yourself a great day, and I'll catch you later.